So how are those chips?
Shut the fuck up. I told you that in confidence.
And now I'm asking you to share that confidence of what's the flavor.
It's just normal Ruffles.
Ugh. So it's the blood flavor from cutting the mouth, the roof of your mouth. Got it.
What the fuck? Leave me alone.
No.
Let me enjoy my Ruffles in peace.
I don't get to talk to you much, so now to have it recorded. Ruffles glass? Isn't that just all Ruffles?
I like Ruffles, I will say. I'm on Fishy's side here.
Bro, I didn't say I don't like Ruffles. I'm just saying they cut your mouth. I like Captain Crunch. That shit cuts the roof of my mouth. But I like it.
You soak it in milk a little and you're fine.
I guess if you're eating them vertical.
You eat them on a spoon. Do you, specifically make sure they're horizontal before they go in your mouth?
No, the chips.
Oh, okay, I guess that makes more sense.
Okay. I was like, do you eat your things dry? Because if you just soak them a little bit, you're fine.
Yeah, but then they just, the problem is they have, that fine level that, coffee and tea have, where it's just right, but then a split second later, it's just, bleh.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
Look, I have problems, okay? My therapist said so, and so I think this is kind of
when you get to your age, your gums really struggle when chewing foods.
Okay,
so
look, I already had my niece all last weekend calling me grandma.
You can't escape it.
I don't need this right now, because I looked at her dead in the eye.
Teehee.
Because we went to a convention, and she just come on, grandma, and I turned around on heel, and I looked at her dead in the eye, and I said, I can leave you here. These will become your people, and I will leave you here and tell your mom she needs to come off vacation to come pick you up. And she went, I don't want to be here. And I leaned closer, and I was like, are you sure? Because grandma might forget you. So
she does have dementia. She struggles sometimes.
I have lots.
Who knows if she'll still remember you in 5 minutes?
Damn it! I was trying to attack you, and now I'm being attacked.
That's right. That's right. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Episode 17. Strong opener.
Yeah, strong opener. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're talking about this month. I think it's just kind of we're all busy, and life is getting to that point to where it's at the top of the hill, and it's about to start going down. Not so much as in bad, as in everything's going to be rushing until the end of the year.
Yeah, stuff's going to start moving. I mean, something to do. But, I don't know.
Yeah. Because I know with last year I had the comic dub.
Mm-hmm.
I was starting to feel crunch around this time last year, and now we have Indie Animation Day coming up on the 16th. This podcast will come out after that. But if you guys are curious about it, just kind of look on any social media under the hashtag Indie Animation Day. And you can see all the great upcoming shows that are in production. So highly recommend that. But for me and the Heroes of Tomorrow, we're working on getting into animatic kind of fleshed out with audio, and I've already got Tom to do the voices in it, and he did a phenomenal job. At one point it sounded like he was choking, so I worry about that.
It just adds to the rasp, you know?
Oh no, it wasn't a rasp. I went, hey, you're supposed to be in pain here. You're supposed to be spitting up blood, but I don't want to ask you to spit water in your booth and everything.
Can you just actually spit blood?
No.
Yeah, he just goes, got it, and then smacks himself in the stomach and just goes, ugh!
No, as I am talking to him, and he's recording himself, I'm just I just don't want you to have, liquid in your sound booth and everything. And he is immediately already, gurgling and everything, all this water, and I just went, oh, okay, I guess we're just doing it then.
Yeah, most of the time they have, a cup of water next to him just to be all right, for the throat.
And I get that. I just, it's gurgling and kind of sounding like spitting and all that. I was like, I don't want you to actually, spit, because some people commit to it, and I just didn't want to mess up his nice little booth. But, If anybody doesn't know, I work with Tom Schalk. If you probably know him better as Skullboy. Fishy, put it up. I'll send it to you.
Ribs!
Yeah, Ribs. He's a fantastic guy. He actually is the protagonist in the new horror game, the My Neighbor.
Ooh.
The one where they're like the Sesame Street horror game.
I just heard about that today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like an hour ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about that.
Yeah, he's the protagonist in that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
the fuck?
very, very proud of him. Very proud of him. Shout out to Tom. He's just been phenomenal to work with. So that's what I've been up to.
How are you getting, like, all your voice actors, like, what the fuck? They're just, like, in, like, I will get jump scared now. I'll be watching a dubbed anime with my mom, and then suddenly Rufus will start speaking, and I'm like, ah!
Oh yeah, burn.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're doing incredible work, so I'm super ecstatic for them. You know, where they can get work, because we still, to anybody listening to this, in the future, we're still having strikes going on and negotiations going on. So I mean, but the fact that the companies are starting to be like, we'll start hearing some negotiations, but we'll see.
It's a difficult time for me, a freelancer, trying to explain why, yeah, Hollywood was always an option for me, but it's not right now. To family members who don't understand shit. They're like, oh, why aren't you in Hollywood? And I just kind of look over at the picket line and I'm like, why aren't I in Hollywood? Why don't you go take a look? Why don't you go to the ice cream truck that the what is it, the late night hosts opened up? I saw like a tweet about that, which I was like, that's cute. That's nice. They were like, yeah, we're gonna help feed you guys during it. I think that was the context. And I'm like, that's cute. I like that.
Did you see what the corporations were trying to do to stop it?
I saw that they got fined because they cut down the trees.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And then the absolutely fucking mastermind, like cartoonishly twirling the mustache evil line of, they're just gonna have to lose their houses. It's a necessary evil.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, they had that, and then like so all of a sudden are like, oh well, we're now doing construction on the building, but they left like no sidewalks for any pedestrians, which you're not supposed to do. And
I guess they're gonna have to get another $300 fine. Ugh.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they said that they're willing to negotiate now, but we'll see. That was like at the beginning of this week, and we haven't heard anything, so we're kind of all sitting and waiting.
It could just be like they're not saying anything because they are right in the middle of negotiations and they don't want to like do anything.
No, and I'm totally fine with that because the first round of negotiations was literally
went horribly.
Like, oh yeah, it was like literally a checklist of no, all the way down. I'm like, that's not negotiating.
Like, what is it? Writers will be given a good amount of time for a break, more than just like 5 minutes of standing around. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
That one turned my head. I was just like, they only get like 5 minutes if they're lucky.
Yeah.
We at least get 15. Which is like, I'm in Cali. That's the law. Wait a minute.
It's the law for most places.
It is the literal law.
Yeah.
Nah, but they're only gonna get a fine. Why do they care? They have money.
Yeah.
I can afford to pay them, says Bob Iger in the middle of his yacht in the Bahamas that he owns.
I saw people posting, not about that, but about the tree thing, because everyone was like, oh, they're gonna get fined, and everyone was like, oh shit, and they're like, it's $250.
It's nothing, it's a drop in the fucking bucket. So dumb. Like, yeah, no, they can afford to do this. You guys are now just realizing that they're cartoonishly evil? Are you realizing it now?
I was hoping it wasn't them gonna be fined. I was hoping it was a lot more of, like, the law starting to step in. And then I had heard, like, oh, they're gonna fine. I was like, damn. But yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Look, all I'm hoping for is everything goes well. We get some decent negotiations going, and then when it comes around for animators, I'm hoping writers and actors will stand up for them like we've been standing up for, the writers and the actors. But it happens almost every time to where the actors or the animators get brushed under. So that's what a lot of us are starting to dread right now.
Why don't we just kill Hollywood?
Yeah.
We can kill it.
Start again.
Start again.
Pave it over. We're done. We're done here. We don't need it anymore. We got all
Do
this indie
like
stuff.
do like they did with like the ancient cities, just build a new Hollywood on top of it.
Better one with blackjack and hookers.
Hollywood.
Actually,
You know the
forget about
solution
Hollywood.
that people
keep those.
look. The problem is, the solution for a lot of people are just going to be like, let's just cut off the state of California and let it float away.
Bye guys. See ya. Goodbye.
It's the next city of
Bye-bye.
Atlantis.
Let's rush the San Andreas thing.
Let's get them.
Okay, so hypothetically, if we got rid of Hollywood, where would the new Hollywood be? Like, it can only be-
Bollywood.
Bollywood? We'd have
Bollywood.
We'd have Bollywood.
Probably.
I want Bollywood.
Okay. I'm down.
Honestly, I am down, but I think Georgia's probably gonna be like.
Oh God, no! Get it out of there.
Well, they already filmed so much shit there. That's what I mean.
I understand, but I'm saying, like, don't be logical about it. If you could put it anywhere.
Don't be
Well, if I
logical.
could put it anywhere.
If you could put it anywhere, like, because, God, it shouldn't be in Georgia. I'm sorry. I have family in Georgia. No, if we already thought things were bad because, like, in California, like, it's not going to be good in Georgia. It's just going to flip the opposite direction.
It's
Could go anywhere.
I know we
Make
say,
it-
oh,
make-
put it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna make a joke. You make an explanation.
Because I wanted to say I know you said, oh, to put logic into it, but wherever we put it, the taxes and all the money's gonna skyrocket. Because I was like, oh, let's put it in the cheapest place possible, so that way I don't have to spend fucking $50 for fucking 11 gallons of gas. That would be awesome. But at the same time, it's like, wherever we go, those places are gonna skyrocket, because suddenly all of the Hollywood actors are gonna go there, and all of these important people are gonna go there. Don't forget about the influencers who want that sniff, that whiffing distance.
Let's just
of
put it
Looks
on
at
the
Austin.
Titanic.
Let's put them on an ocean! Or on an island! Let's put them in the... You don't know it? Never mind, I'm backtracking. We're putting them in the
Atlantic
ocean.
Ocean, because if it is on the Gulf Ocean, I'm done with Hollywood.
Let's put them in the ocean. See what happens. Watch evolution. There's enough radiation within all their Botox that something will happen.
Have you heard about Lord of the Flies? Do
Yes.
that, but with Hollywood only, and then see what happens.
Let's put all of the CEOs on there and see which one becomes Piggy the Fat.
Yes.
Can we
Yes.
just do that
Yes.
with politicians?
Zaslav.
The
Do
politicians.
I was saying that. Do
Maybe.
that with politicians too. That'd be fun. Rat race.
Let's just see what happens. You ever know that you know that ancient book, The Hunger Games? Let's try that.
The ancient book.
I read it in middle
And
school.
Yield
time
scriptures. Yep.
of Twilight. Yes.
I missed the years of Twilight so much. Things were a lot simpler. Things were dumber.
I was a
miss-
Twilight hater, and I still miss those times, man.
Right? I never read
I
the books, but oh
don't.
my god, I was enthralled in the whole Jacob versus Edward, and then me growing up and realizing the right answer was Charlie. Charlie's the best character in the entire series, except in the last movie. Can't we go back to simpler times?
I don't know. I watched too many, 45, 50-year-old white women, I can't say things because it wouldn't be appropriate for this podcast.
But you know if you were
but
there.
no. I sat next to them in the movie theater when those trailers came on, and my god, I really wish I didn't.
Let's just say, there's a reason why they could make a Twilight fanfiction into 50 Shades of Grey. I think that's the best way to put it.
Well, I mean, Twilight's a fan fiction of freaking Harry Potter, so why not?
The cycle continues.
It does. And Harry
Where-
Potter's a fucking fan fiction of whatever other shit.
You know that Stephanie Meyer is kind of rewriting the story of Twilight a little bit.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear that.
She did two things. One, right now, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she rewrote Twilight, but in Edward's perspective.
I remember hearing about that one.
And she rewrote the first book of Twilight, but she gender bent it. So instead of being Bella, it was a guy, and Edward was a vampire woman, and she was sexy and hot and like strong. And then and she just rewrote it because she was like, I guess to kind of combat. I guess to like combat some of the criticisms that people had with Bella. But it was just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. She just gender bent the whole story.
Equality question mark?
Yeah. I was like, I love that you're like, because she's trying to address like some of the issues with Bella. Is like, yes, change the gender. The problem, she's a she.
Yeah, well, it's because a lot of the criticisms were like, it's because she, what was she? She's too plain and like she hasn't like no personality kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy that someone that's been living for thousands of years is hitting on a teenager, stuff like that. It's like, but if it's a sexy older woman, people will stop complaining.
Look, this is where I kind of just drew the line, was the whole Bella's child and the werewolf kid. They're soulmate.
The imprinting! Don't even get me started!
That shit's where I went, look, I didn't care, whatever, I could overlook it. As soon as somebody told me that, I went,
okay.
I'm sorry, what?
You wanna know the whack shit explanation she gave to that too? It was like imprinting because she, he fell in love with the baby. But he didn't fall in love, he imprinted on the baby. But in lore, apparently, it's not always romantic. Sometimes it's just like you become latched on to this person now. But in every single example that the story gives, it always ends up being romantic. Even if it doesn't start that way, it ends up being romantic. And the explanation she gives, like, oh no, Jacob was always supposed to like end up imprinting on the baby. The reason he was so in love and attracted to Bella was because he wasn't in love or attracted to her. Wait, stop. It's not because he was attracted to her or liked Bella or because they were friends or anything. No. It's because he was attracted to her ovaries, which would then make the baby. But by that logic, he should also be attracted to Edward's sperm.
Yeah.
And that is just not the case.
Okay, you brought me back in that last sentence.
Yeah, you brought me back in with that. Holy shit.
I've been like sadly staring at the floor during that entire explanation, and then I just burst out laughing.
But it's because it's true.
So interesting.
It's true. If the whole explanation is that he imprinted on Bella's baby because it was destiny that he was supposed to be like with the child instead of with Bella, and the reason he was so attracted to Bella was because it was her ovaries, like her DNA or whatever. If that's the explanation, then he should have been attracted to Edward as well. Because the baby's half of them.
I really hope
that's gay though, and that's not what she wants.
I really hope that one day someone proposes to me, but they actually aren't proposing to me, they're proposing to my ovaries.
Ugh.
Because wouldn't that be so romantic?
I don't know, we'll vomit.
The character assassination of Jacob is terrible because it was so obvious that he was the better choice, and then she purposefully made him bad so that people wouldn't root for him anymore. Like, fuck that. Fuck
I'm
you.
like, don't make him an option if you didn't want him to be an option.
Exactly.
My sister, her and I were watching Your Movie Sucks react to like all of the Twilight movies, like the compilation of him watching it. And we had to keep pausing because I was like, okay, explain. What the fuck is this? And when we got to I think it was, Breaking Dawn, when they start discussing the imprinting and baby stuff, both Adam's reaction on screen and then my reaction in real life, I was like, what? Hold on. Wait, but... Okay, what? Nessie, you named her after the Loch Ness Monster!
Yeah.
Which is a fucking killer line. That one's awesome. But also, what the fuck is any of that?
And also, I guess Jacob isn't technically a werewolf, he's a shapeshifter.
Okay.
They just shapeshift into wolves, but they are not werewolves, they are shapeshifters.
My urge to bang my head on the desk. Just hearing
I mean,
that.
technically that would be a form of a lupine.
I guess. Yeah.
You're saying this like Stephanie Meyer did any ounce of research.
I know.
She
but
did
as
a little
somebody who
bit.
likes monsters. I'm just kind of like, it depends on what lore you're looking into, because there is a whole fucking, I believe it's Russian lore about like, men that would turn into wolves, but they would protect the village and everything, and that's why like people were very adamant to try and protect the wolves, but then people started freaking out about the wolves and getting scared about the wolves, and that's why it's like there's less wolves in like a certain part of Russia. Like, it was interesting how it went from these are our protectors and saviors to, oh god, it's like Jaws, get rid of them.
They protect, but they also attack, but most importantly, they are not coming back.
Shut up!
Aw. Stop, that made me sad.
They scared them off. They're not coming back. They're like, fine, you know what, our prediction? Fuck off. Good luck. Enjoy the bears.
Enjoy the bears.
I don't know what they got in Russia. Bears.
They do got bears.
This is a safe
I would
guess.
imagine.
I mean, they got different kinds of bears. They got the animal bears and probably the gay bears.
They got cocaine bear.
We have those
Ooh.
too, Jax.
I know! But I was just saying. They probably have both kinds of bears there.
True.
I don't know.
I had explained my sister. I don't remember if I told you guys about this. Cause she doesn't know a lot of the flags, right? Cause she's not in the LGBT.
LGBT?
Yeah, LGBT. She's not in the LGBT. And she's like, apparently there's one for like bears, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen it. And I think it was my cousin that didn't know what a bear was. They're like, what, like the animal? And I'm like, no, large hairy gay men.
Yes, the animal. It's our mascot.
They deserve rights too. Well, the flag has a paw on it,
Yeah, it has a bear paw.
so like, understandable.
No,
but
I
that's
can
also
see why someone
really
would-
Okay,
funny.
fair. But you know
Like-
what? You know what else has a fucking bear on it? California. Does that make you
California.
all
I
fucking
was like-
furries?
Oh, I was like, oh, I know where that's going. Uh-oh. Look, all I'm saying is most furries are very affluent. You know where the affluent are? Fucking California. So, like...
So what you're telling me, Fishy? You're a furry.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, that's right. You're a scaly. Is that what fish are? Because I know that's what reptiles are. What are fish?
No, you know what
are the
fucking...
aqua
No,
ones?
no. You know what
Swimmies?
fish
I
are?
don't know.
You know what fish are? Because someone just... Like, I hadn't spoken to them in months, and they randomly just
A
messaged me
fishy.
going... Yes. They just go, hey, did you know that the term for, like, a furry is fishy? And I went, hi, nice to speak to you again after, like, 7
fishy.
months.
Are you fucking
Why is that the
kidding
opener?
me?
No, I had no idea. And I'm just like, sick. That's
Puts
awesome.
the username Fishy Comics into account.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not.
I didn't.
False advertising.
Yeah,
Ah!
there
My old username used to be Fish and Tits, and I'd have people come into my Twitch chat and just be like, I don't see a fish, I don't see tits, I'm disappointed. And I'm like, fair enough.
False advertising.
You fell
again.
for the clickbait. Now watch me play Pokemon.
You got catfished.
Shut up.
It took me a second. It's good.
Get out of here.
All right,
Podcast.
it was good. I'll see you guys. Bye bye.
No! We're only halfway through!
No, we started late. We still got a fair bit.
Well, we're at the 24-minute mark. We're almost
Ah, fair.
halfway.
Man, we have gone all over the place with this topic today, and I'm here for it.
See. Oh yeah.
I would like to apologize really quickly. I broke my silence just to talk about Twilight.
Why were you being silent?
Because I just didn't have anything to say
That's
until
fair.
Twilight.
No,
You're
and
like, apologies, I spoke.
I had noticed. I
Yes.
was like, Kaz doesn't say anything, but like, I figure we'll move on, and then it just jumped into Twilight, and Kaz like, out of the way, I got this.
I brought up Twilight too. No
You
one
d-
else did. I brought it up unprompted.
Is true. I just don't remember what led into it, because I have dementia, as earlier was described in this podcast.
True. I don't remember what brought it on either. We were talking about the writer's strike at some point.
Simpler times.
Simpler times of 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But,
Yes.
I don't know. My brain just decided, no, we're not going to talk anymore. Let other people talk. And I went, okay.
I'll say this. Y'all know Pokemon Sleep came out. Just to change topics. I feel like shit. Not physically, right? Because I've been sleeping, like,
I was
making
about to
sure...
say you're getting good sleep.
Oh, no, I've been getting great sleep. I have been. What the problem is that I feel like shit, because it's like, really? All I needed was a fucking Pokemon app, and suddenly I'm like, oh, I was already trying to go to bed consistently, but now I'm much more committed to actually doing it, because I gotta get my Snorlax's score up higher. I gotta get more Pokemon when I wake up in the morning. I gotta increase my chances of shinies, which I still don't know how they work.
But that's a good thing, because it means that it's working.
Yeah, but it's like, fucking really? It had to be like a
I'm really interested. I'm really interested to see the statistics of, like, drowsiness and sleepiness of this generation. Like, just go down, like, you see the fucking number, like, drop when Pokemon Sleep comes out, and it's like, oh, the generation is getting sleep now.
They're all resting now.
Look.
Everyone I've talked to so far, their sleep patterns haven't changed. It's more they're realizing, oh shit, I sleep like shit.
I don't need a nap to tell me that.
Mine's a little inaccurate because, like, I'll go to bed at, like, 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll be like, you fell asleep at 4. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I didn't. You are lying, sir.
Well, it might be calculating it as, like, you got actual deep sleep and you weren't, like, tossing and turning.
Well, the thing is, because it operates through your microphone. That's how it picks it up.
Okay.
And I have a very loud fan in my room because it is hot and it's the summer. I feel like it'll track it better once that fan's no longer having to, go 85 miles an hour a night.
Do the heavy lifting, yeah.
Yeah. And then I also have a noise machine that I use to stave off, bad things, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I need a noise machine at night. And it goes for 2 hours. So whatever it does, like it's not often that it waits for my noise machine to go off to start calculating. But it's happened a few times. And I think they fixed it through the app, but today it did it. And I was like, okay, interesting. So it's not always accurate. They have a little add-on, which the name I hate, because it's the Pokemon Go ++, which is fucking stupid. Because the original accessory is just for Pokemon Go. It's called the Pokemon Go Plus. That makes sense. Why would you call it the ++? Call it Pokemon Go +Z. Pokemon Go +S.
Plus
Pokemon Go Sleep. Pokemon Go the fuck to sleep.
Pokemon Go sleep.
Pokemon Honk Shoe. I don't know. You had options. I hate the name of it so much. But my cousin has
Pokemon
one.
ZZZ.
Pokemon. Yeah, I said all these things. Just. And my cousin bought one. And I was like, really ready to start bullying him for it. And he goes, now hold on. I got a gift card to GameStop. And when I went in, I used it. And it was only going to be. And I only spent $5 on this. And I was like, okay. Fine. I won't bully you over this. That's fair. If he had spent any more, I definitely would have been like, bro, come on. It's Pokemon Go ++. $5 is my limit.
I give it till Christmas when Fishy gets one, and then she's gonna, like, vouch for it, and then she's gonna have to do it quietly so that I don't make fun of her.
The thing is, if I have one, I didn't buy it. It was a gift. because that's what my original Pokemon Go Plus is, and that's what my Pokemon Go, like, Pokeball is. They were gifts, because they're both from my mom, I think. Because she's like, you play the game, here you go. And I was like, cool. As justification for her getting one.
Aside from the sleep, how is the game? Quote unquote game.
It's cute. Like, it's simple.
Okay, you've grown at it, because the last time we talked about it, it was out for at least like a week, or maybe like 5 days, like a week or less than a week, and you were like, it's mid. I don't know if I like it.
It's just, I mean, it is mid. I won't backtrack on that one.
It's a fucking sleeping app!
It's a sleeping app, and it's a Pokemon game.
Yeah. You can raise up your Pokemon and do like just
I
simple
understand,
stuff.
but by
I'm not
the
spending
end of
hours
the day,
on it, but
Spending hours on it?
You
Yeah,
are
you shouldn't
spending
be spending hours
hours
a day on it.
you just take care of your little guy. Your Snorlax.
You need to fucking
It's a little
sleep for
Tamagotchi that
hours.
helps you sleep.
Yeah, no, Cass got it.
It's a Tamagotchi that helps you sleep.
That's fun.
You feed
It
it 3 times
encourages
a
you
day.
to sleep.
You feed it 3 times a day, and it'll track other Pokemon, and yep.
I want other... Can you imagine, like, other Nintendo properties doing that?
Pikmin?
Kirk.
There is Hey Pikmin.
Pikmin, and it's like getting your tasks done throughout the day.
There is Hey
Yeah.
Pikmin. That is actually a thing.
Oh, I know there is. It's just like Nintendo is so adamant on getting Pikmin up there, but Pikmin doesn't have the following that they want.
It kind of deserves more of a fall. Like, I don't even play Pikmin,
I'm not.
and I'm like,
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm such a big Pikmin fan," but I like how in recent years they're trying to give them a little more attention after ignoring them for like a decade.
There's that. I was watching somebody playing the 4th one, and I was like, okay, not a game I would play, but I don't mind playing it in the background as I work on things because I don't have to think about it. They made the 4th one easier than the first 2. I don't know anything about the 3rd one, but the first 2 I remember as a kid were fucking brutal. But watching the 4th one, I was like, they made it easier, so I think they're really hoping to get to the younger market, but I haven't heard anybody else playing it.
the dog is very cute. But I don't, wait, I've heard so many people playing it, but that's
Really?
also the people that I follow. Like, literally, one of the guys, what is it, Altrive? His Among Us name is Pikmin4. And people are like, hey, it's the game that's never coming out. And then they announced it, and everyone's like, oh my god, and he changed his name to Pikmin5.
That's hilarious.
So that he's still the game that's never coming out.
What does Arlo think? That's all I want to know.
Oh yeah, I have not seen what Arlo
I've not
thinks.
caught up on Arlo, no.
I've fallen behind on so many YouTubers. Like, I'm keeping up with my video essays decently well, because that's stuff I can do in the background while I play Minecraft or draw. But, like... God, who haven't I watched in a while, actually?
I haven't watched Jay Schlatt in a while.
Well, he's not uploading.
Well, the sandwich. The
Oh,
knuckles-
Chuckle Sandwich!
Chuckle Sandwich. Yeah, I haven't watched that in a while.
I've only recently picked that back up. Like, they took a hiatus in the middle of Chuckle Week, and then they finished Chuckle Week, and they just released a new one, where they're talking about creators that they can, if they have to, win in a fight against.
Nice.
Because I don't know where this joke originated, but they keep just being like, oh man, the Markiplier episode that you guys never get to see, because he did Goatsy on their table. So, and then that was for the first Chuckle Week, and then the second Chuckle Week, I think it's all, because they've done 3 Chuckle Weeks, they're just like, man, those Markiplier episodes are never coming out. And then there's fucking Anthony, who did actually do Goatsy on camera, like, facing away from the camera, of course, but just, like, on their fucking thing, and it's like, but why can't we have the Markiplier episode now? Anthony's broken the glass ceiling. It's fucking dumb. Oh yeah, Smosh is back, guys!
Yeah!
They've returned!
Are you happy?
I've been watching those uploads. They're very nice.
Are they?
It feels fresh, but also nostalgic. I'm happy for those guys. I'm also just a big fan of Anthony's newer content, so
Oh, I like Anthony's newer content a lot. I really like the interview between them because it feels authentic.
I yet to seen that because I keep forgetting to.
it's great. It's just like I love how long it is too. I'm pretty sure like that's completely unedited or mostly unedited.
There's a bit of editing, but like it feels like
It's just a raw conversation that they haven't had about everything in their lives for 20 years in the first time they're doing it on camera, and it's so great.
it's like there's a little bit of awkwardness because it's like, you know, they're like, what can I say and all this stuff. I love the part where they're talking about how Anthony popped off when they thought about rebuying Smosh, and Ian's just like, bro, chill.
He's like, what if we bought Smosh? Yes, I've been thinking about this. We're gonna do this.
And he pulls out the fucking whiteboard, and he's like, we can do this and that, and Ian's just like, it was just a yes or no, bro. I felt that.
I love Smosh so much. I care about them deeply. This is very much me speaking from nostalgia, but they are awesome.
It's like, I never watched a lot of Smosh.
Like for
directly,
Smosh,
right?
ignore for Justin Bieber.
Oh, I want to walk into the ocean.
Well, you're right there.
True. You know, California is just Atlantis now, so I can. I never watched a lot of Smosh, but it's like they were always there, right? Like, you always knew. And they'd collab with a bunch of people, too, so I'm like, oh yeah, they're there. They're cool. I like them.
Read any good books lately?
No. I don't read.
No.
Me
I'm not a
neither.
nerd.
I have so many that's just sitting on my desk. Like, I bought the Rise of Kyoshi novels, because I was like, I love Avatar, and I've been hearing really good things about them. And then I read, like, a few chapters, and I'm like, this is a good book. And then I got busy, and now they've just been sitting there.
I love reading. Dude, I do like reading. It's nice, but I just don't have the time for it.
You cut out so badly on Discord.
Did I? Wow, thanks. I was saying
It's okay,
I love
the
read.
podcast got it.
Yeah, okay, but I'll say it again for you guys. I love reading. I just don't have time for it.
I run into the issue constantly of just, I am too busy making media to enjoy media.
Exactly.
And it sucks. There's so much I need to, like, I'm looking at the books on my desk right now that I need to read. I have so much anime I've fallen behind on. I have just, hell, like, I watched the first episode of the Futurama reboot, and I'm like, oh, I need to watch the second episode, and then just have not yet, because that one sounds much more interesting
That was me with
than
the
the
Superman
first.
show. I was like, wow, this is great. And then I fell off.
I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. It looks cute.
I haven't seen the new episode, but I'm really liking it, except for the most recent episode. Or not the one from last week. The one from last week I didn't like too much, but I really like the Superman show. It's good.
It's very cute. Anime, Fish. I started Psyche K.
Nice.
I
You told me
this,
about
I believe,
that.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun. I gotta get back to it, but it's fun.
I watched a few episodes with my mom back in the day, because she'll just watch dubbed anime in the living room sometimes. And I'm like, well, I got 5 minutes. And I'm there for,
Just sit down and watch
an
a
hour.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why not? What is it? I watched more. I don't remember if I mentioned if this was in between podcast time. Watched more Dr. Stone with her, which I was happy to finally sit down and watch the newer season, because I've read it, right? I know where the train's going, and I'm super excited where it's going. But I like seeing, like, my mom and brother's reactions to things, because, you know, Dr. Stone, it's like, oh, they're 3,000 years in the future after all of humanity gets trapped in stone, and they gotta rebuild from scratch, and there's one guy that knows a lot about fucking science, so that's what they're doing. And it's really fun, because they're just like, alright, what zany thing is he gonna pull out of his ass this week? Pull out of his ass, as in, like, use actual real-world science. It's like, oh, what's he making? Oh, it's a camera. A Stone World camera, and it works. They can make photos. What else did they do? They made bread recently. They made shampoo and conditioner. They did a bunch of shit. And it's just, honestly, it's just nice. It's just very pleasant. I missed the show. Because when the manga ended, I was like, alright, I'm satisfied with that. But then, like, the next week I was like, oh no, there's no more Dr. Stone for me to read. Oh, it's over. I gotta find something else to fill that void.
Mm-hmm.
And now all the manga I read is like, oh, we update every, 3 months. Cool. Thanks. Still waiting on the next chapter of Zatch Bell 2, but, at least it's coming. Yay. I think besides reading, though, or reading manga, it is hard for me to, like I said, it's hard for me to keep up with stuff. I did not finish Oshinoko, and I wish I had. It is so good. The first episode is an hour and a half long, and it uses up that whole hour and a half. It's great. And then they had a whole arc about cancel culture that I was like, this is really accurately done. But I don't think anyone who's experienced this should watch this because it will definitely trigger some things. It's really well done, but just... oh no, it's really well done and accurate. But it's so good. Man. I'll watch more shows. I have put off watching Bebop with John for months. We keep saying, oh, we should get back to it. Cause I'm not, I kept saying, oh, I want to watch it on my own time. And then that never came, so I went, fuck it. Yeah, John, let's watch it together. If I have someone else motivating me, I'll watch it. That was in, April. It's August. Yippee!
What I usually do is I just get in a call with somebody and then hanging out and then just be like, we're watching this now. Go. And then it's like, okay, because you're already there.
Yeah.
You're already there not doing anything.
The last thing we watched together was just Margaritaville. The Ted Nivison video.
Yes.
Which, my family, all watched it, and we're like, we should do something like that when we have the money. We've been trying to throw around restaurants, and we've landed on one, but there's one that I thought, and I'm not gonna say what the name of it is, because I don't want anyone fucking stealing it before we do it. It's mine. Do not steal. I have an idea, and I need to bring it up next time we have, a family get-together, which I think actually... oh, wait, we're all busy recently.
It's right now!
It's right now! And they just start banging on my door. Just... they'll do that. Y'all have heard it before, where they'll just approach and they start violently banging on the window. It's scary. I keep expecting... we are how many podcasts in? And I am surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Someone showing up. Hey.
Well, not just someone showing
up. At least once.
No,
right?
Someone's shown up. What I mean is violently banging on the window. Because they just do that without warning. And then I have to yell at them afterwards of I was recording something, you piece of shit.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Okay. No, I guess it is mine, because I'm the editor. I suppose it is my problem.
Just leave it in for everybody.
I do that sometimes. I'll leave some little things in. Just because I'm I don't know. Just to see if anyone catches it.
Yeah.
I pointed this out to you already, but on the last podcast you left in a point where I sneezed.
I think that one was just a genuine mistake.
Yeah. But I was doing the thing where I was working and listening. And I heard the part where I sneezed. I was like, oh, that was my sneeze. Wait, did I miss an edit or something? And so I go back to see if you, edited anything in to make it funny. No, you just, left it in. I was like, oh, okay, that was just a mistake.
Yeah.
Next time add, a foghorn sound. Throw everybody off. It's that fucking... That Hugbees video where he's like, all right, you know how people sometimes use my videos to fall asleep? I'm gonna scream really loud and nobody say anything about it in the comments, okay?
I've seen that. Oh my god. And that's how you make homemade chocolate chip. Get
Somebody
that
did
brownie
that.
out of here.
Yeah.
Somebody did that in somebody's streamathon or something like that. Somebody was doing like a stream where like
the subathon?
they'll fall asleep. The subathon, there we go. Subathons. And they'll fall asleep, and so they'll just let videos play and people can mess with them, see if they can like scare them awake or something. And somebody donated that exact clip. And he woke up confused, like, what happened? Where am I? Who was that?
Oh, that's awesome.
So it actually worked.
You know Hugbees is like in Moist Critical videos? I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was the same guy.
Damn.
No, my brother pointed out to me and I'm like, no he isn't. And he's like, yeah, listen. And we're just sitting there and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. His name's Matt, right?
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds correct. I love Hugbees.
Yeah. No, his content's great. There's have you seen the video? What is it, the Dogs 101 one, and it's Pugs, and he doesn't say one nice thing the entire video for 5 minutes. This abomination to God was bred specifically not to be able to breathe. It's like, listen, man, he's just trying to live. He's doing his best. Like, no, I don't think we should keep breeding that kind of breed, but like,
That's not
I
the
don't know.
dog's fault.
yeah, it's not the dog's fault. He's just living. He doesn't know what's going on. He's doing his best. I've said
Trying
this
to
many
remember more
times.
quotes in that video, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't.
struggling. It's been a hot minute. I've told you guys before, I want a dog. I want a dog so bad, but where I live right now does not allow dogs, and I'm super upset.
that's right. I remember hearing this.
I'm a little corgi. You can name him Pan,
Fun.
because it means bread in
Bread.
many languages.
But
Bread. He's a little loaf guy.
yeah, this is a slow podcast.
Yeah, we had so much energy at the beginning, and now we're all just like slowing down.
We need to have another one where we have like a topic
we need
and then
yeah,
we just
need
go off on it.
We need a new list of topics.
Oh my god, I've been thinking about it. Of like, we need another one where where it requires prep.
I can't say it right now. I can't say it right now because I don't want to. But I'll type it in. Shit.
Sounded very Filipino there.
That one
Yes.
because it would be Colin and I versus you and Jax. And
I'll be real. It would be mostly me, but still.
But still,
For that one, we can't actually do PowerPoint presentations
Yeah!
and then a debate afterwards. Wait, that sounds sick.
That's a great idea.
Wait, I love that. Holy shit. We gotta make sure we do that during one that we can all show up to.
A laugh you lose would be fun.
Another one.
Yeah.
oh,
The only one that was funny was the Ohio thing.
Goddamn Miami of Ohio, you son of a fucking bitch!
Yeah, that was the only really funny one, and I lost because I laughed at myself more than anything.
yeah, because you kept making commentary and making
I
myself laugh, and that
know.
was stupid
Yeah.
of you. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
The videos that were sent in weren't funny. The Ohio one was, though.
The Ohio one was fantastic.
What was the one that broke me? I completely forgot.
Uh,
It was something like little that did nothing to like anyone else here.
Wasn't it like, I wish I could fuck that guy's ass?
That
Look at
was-
that new car.
Yeah, because it just kept repeating that.
Look at that new car.
Look at that new car.
Yeah,
I've shown-
It was
I've
that
shown
one.
you
There's another
guys-
one. Oh, I'll go back and watch
What were you
it.
saying, Cass?
I've shown you guys the show actually, and I think that would be really fun to try to do, but I wouldn't know how to do that. Like, who's hosting that?
Yeah, it would have to be one of us being hosting and the other three, you know, one out of four. One out of four.
I have no problem being host if you guys wanna.
You're not getting that.
Well, the thing is, do we want it to be like on a specific topic, because that would make the most sense to have it be like on a very specific topic or genre, versus like what actually does, which is, I should explain that. So, College Humor, I believe it's College Humor, has a game show.
I never heard of this.
I haven't shown it to you. I've shown it to Jackson. I've shown it to Fishy and John.
Yes.
It's a game show. It's a trivia game show that College Humor does, where they get like they get 3 guests to be contestants, and they're all like well-known figures in like nerd geek community. So they're in D&D, or they're in video game design, or something or other. And the host will read them a question or read them a statement that is incorrect, and so the participants have to go actually and correct what was wrong in that statement. But the topics range from movies, TV shows, video games, books, anything that's within nerd culture. And it's really fun and interesting, and it's cool to like watch the show and be like, oh, I don't know a single thing, and then they talk about the one thing that you know a lot about, and you're like, no, it's this.
I was watching the anime episode and I popped off at the JoJo's question, because the thing that's wrong in the statement can be so minuscule, because they're like, oh, is it in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, people have like abilities called stands. There's what is it, they were listing ones off. Oh my god, I wish I could remember all the ones they listed off. They're like, oh, there's Pearl Jam, which, you know, people can eat, and it will heal some of their stuff. There's Superfly, which can give you the ability to fly.
I know what you're talking about, yes.
Yeah. And, like, immediately when he said that, I was like, Superfly does not do that. It's a fucking radio tower that you get trapped into.
There was
I
another
know that.
one.
I know this one!
There was a different one where it was also a JoJo question, and it talked about, like, in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, there are things called stands, and this and that, and they're only assigned to like people, blah, blah, blah. And such examples as this, and that, and they were like trying to figure out what was the incorrect part of that statement, and they couldn't pinpoint it until the very end, when he's like, oh, actually, dogs can have stands too, not just people.
Yes.
And two of them were like beating themselves in the eyes and were like, no, I knew that.
Well, yeah, because there's Iggy. He has the Fool, and then there's an orangutan who, I don't remember which Star Arcana his was, but the orangutan had a fucking boat.
So if we did like something like that, like what actually does, it would be cool.
That'd be fun.
But we'd have to prepare stuff beforehand.
Well, yeah.
It's one person would have to gather everything and then, like, you know, do everything.
The host would have to do everything so that to prepare for all that. The thing is if I was the host, I think that would be easier because I can hit some of the genres that you guys all collectively have. I don't have the same genres as you guys have.
Okay.
So it would be a better competition with the 3 of you battling each other.
That's true. There's also
I still want to leave you out.
There's also the factor that there needs to be a fact checker, because a lot of the times they'll say a statement and it turns out that there's multiple things wrong in the thing that they've just said that they didn't account for, because either the host isn't too familiar with the topic at hand, or it was something that slipped by during the
and this is true.
thing.
This is true. So we may
to
have to bring
fact-checker.
on another person on, but I mean, that's
Just
something we can think about for the future, not we're doing it next month, prepare, because, you know.
No, of course not.
Our
It's
silent
just-
fact checker is saying no.
Yeah, just throwing it out there, and I'll show some of it to Colin too, because I think they're good.
They're
I
very
like
fun.
them.
Brennan's the best one.
Brennan!
Brennan's awesome. His little monologue that I found on, what is it, Game Changers?
Yes, I think
Daedalus
so.
flying too close to the sun because he had a few wax wings of his own. Just that.
It's
that
what you get from a
whole-
D&D player. It's what you
Yes!
get.
D&D players are fucking crazy when they're allowed to pop off. Like, have you seen anything made by goddamn Charlie Slimesicle? He
Yes.
pops off so hard at all times. It's great. I am a massive Charlie Slimesicle enjoyer.
We know this.
Yeah.
Goo-gooby.
Oh, what, my giant Slimesicle plushie didn't, like, tip you guys off, or my how many Slime Story plushies? Fucking A.
Your favorite white boy.
One of my favorite white boys. If they were on Chickle Sandwich, yes. That's a good way to put it. All three of those white boys are great.
Man.
Damn, I'm really excited about those, like, future podcasts. Those sound really fun.
Yes.
We need to have like another one where it's like little games or little challenges because those are
Those
fun.
are my favorite.
Those ones
Yeah.
are really fun to record.
And I know why we haven't been able to is because we haven't been all four of us in a podcast for a while.
It's also
Well, I'm
just all the
busy.
prep
We
work
busy
for it.
bees.
Yeah, a lot of it is the prep work that's gonna cause issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like, say if we do another Laugh You Lose, right? Should I put all of our friends on blast and just tell them that they're not very funny?
No, we get
'Cause
new
they're-
Maybe
friends.
they got funnier.
Maybe they got funnier. Who knows?
If we
Maybe
do it
so,
like
get
a
new
yearly
friends.
thing, it would be cool. We didn't do one this year.
We haven't. That's true. Hey guys, if you're listening to this and you're gonna submit ones the next time I ask for you Laugh You Lose, if you want a shortcut, just make the punchline Filipino and you're gonna get me. Just saying. If the
Also, I
punchline is being
made
Filipino-
friends, so there's more to the list.
Oh, thank God.
I made some new friends so that now we got more people to ask.
We'll get more than just 4 people. 'Cause I'll be real,
Did we get to submit? And no, we didn't, right?
Mm-mm.
I
We didn't-
slipped in a few that I watched the first 2 seconds of and went, sure.
But we also
Okay.
just didn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
Was why you had to do that.
I wanted to keep the integrity
Mm-hmm.
of it. And even then, like, y'all saw, like, they didn't see, but y'all saw during, I struggled the entire time. Where I had to keep just lifting my face up and going, just exhaling, just to not laugh.
because you were cheating.
That was not cheating!
You were even your sister agreed with me.
She only said that because you said I was cheating, and she's like, well, I guess she's cheating. Her source is you! She's a second hand.
cheating. You kept like putting your hands on your face and like holding
In
your
the first
face
few
back.
minutes, yes. And
You
Week did ding me on it.
You would
I
crack
agree.
your head back. You were cheating.
I didn't laugh while my head was up.
Yeah,
I
because you were
exhaled.
cheating to stop yourself from doing it.
It was not in the rules that I couldn't just go,
Okay, well now we're gonna make those rules, okay?
alright,
see
yeah,
how well
okay,
you
specify
do.
the rules next time.
Okay.
We could also just throw on like a compilation from YouTube or something.
The problem with that is, yes, because then someone already has done the work, but as someone that looks at a lot of Vine, TikTok, and meme compilations, a lot of them don't hit.
A lot of them don't hit, and
Yeah.
a lot of the times they repeat like the same 70 videos.
The same 70, or we've seen it already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen
Yeah.
it.
It's,
Oh, I think
it's,
I've seen this one. It's a classic.
it's also, if it has music, like last time we ran into the issue, I muted a lot of the music, because I was like, ooh, I don't want to get in trouble for this. Ooh.
That too.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the fastest and easiest way to go about it, but...
I just think those make me laugh. If
True.
it's one that I haven't seen. I miss unusual videos.
What'll-
Come back.
Come back to us. What'll be interesting is that they're going to be completely different videos than last year, just because the memes have changed so drastically. Like, I think there's, like, a small amount of those videos from last year that'll still hit this year, just because the memes have changed, and like those ones, like say Miami of Ohio, that's gonna be funny eternally because it's not it's not really a meme. It's just a guy stranded in
It's
Miami
an
of Ohio.
inconvenience.
Yeah. You son of a fucking bitch! I've become the village idiot of this town in only 3 days. I'm gonna karate chop you right in the Adam's apple. Like, that's funny. That's funny without memery, I guess. Yeah, so it won't be the next one, but just I guess
It'll be A1.
it will be A1 sometime during this year. How many more do we have left in the year? Consider like if we do record every month. 4 more. If one of those can be a laugh you lose, we can try.
It would have to be, if not next month, it has to be October and November.
Oh shoot, I just realized I might not be around for the one in December.
Yeah.
Because I have a trip in the beginning of the month.
Uh-huh.
And then the rest of the month is
Holidays.
holidays.
We took off
Yeah.
we took off last December anyways.
Oh,
We
oh yeah,
did.
we did. So we only
We're
have
just
3.
gonna do that again, so we only have 3.
Okay, so we only got 3 more. You hear that, guys? You got 3 more episodes this year. Treasure them while you can. And then next year we'll start again in January, I guess. I don't fucking know. Who knows what the future holds?
If
This has
not,
been-
I will hijack the YouTube podcast and just make it loop the Thoughtful Xmas.
Oh yeah,
on
you guys
loop
go
the
check
whole
out.
month.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to check out like backalleyshop.com/thought.
No. Only go watch the comic dub. That's it.
Yeah, but also buy it. I gotta sneak one in. I
Liar.
waited. I was patient. I was patient. It's at the end.
It's only
You
at
know
the end
what?
'cause I
I
mentioned
waited.
it.
When do you think this
True.
podcast will be out?
Probably 25th if I
Okay.
do my job right.
Okay, hopefully by then the new Heads World episode is out.
You said that at the end of the last one too.
I'm gonna
And-
keep doing it until it comes out.
Until it's out.
It's out.
And go read Lost Cause Chapter 1.
Yay!
Do it.
Support the projects. I don't have anything to shout out besides you guys. So like, go support.
Follow Fishy on Twitch.
Sure. I've been trying to stream more, but my internet's been unreliable, so it makes it harder. It's been good.
Follow
recently.
Fishy Comics, where she will update you with furry comics. It's a
What
promise
the
guarantee. It's in the name.
No! No! If I'm commissioned, maybe!
Oh shit! There goes my phone.
Oh, alright.
Goodbye.
There's the
Alright.
sign.
I guess that's it then. What a podcast! What the fuck happened during all of this?
I don't know. I
I don't
forgot.
know.
I forgot I was busy.
I forgot.
And then I started freaking about things I had to do.
Jesus.
Jesus has nothing to do with this.
He can't help you!
Damn
Alright.
right.
Bye-bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.